So the progress of the cave or getting out of the cave is not only are you going up, you're ascending, right? But it's a type of it's an educational one that is linear, hierarchical, systematic, and ultimately transcendent. You're transcending, you're pulling yourself out of your basic sort of animal cave-like existence and achieving something higher. Okay, in effect, a new human being is created, an educated, enlightened, cultured one. So one's, according to Socrates and Plato, one's innate humanity, which was uh, latent in us and is oftentimes in our regular culture, is not realized, right, through an enlightened, civilized culture based on rational, moral, linear, hierarchical, transcendent mechanisms, which usually are understood as history, math, logic, science, grammar, all that jazz, that will deliver us from our imprisonment. Okay, that's sort of the traditional idea of the parable of the cave. Nietzsche's point of view is somewhat different. He will criticize the parable of the cave in a generally as creating a standardized human being that is not much better than, and these are sort of terms that he uses, right? I'm not exaggerating here. Sort of the new human being that is created by the tradition of the parable of the cave, by the Platonic Socratic tradition of Western philosophy, is that of a drug addict, of a zombie, of a robot. At the very least, a very unhealthy person, right? A person who is somewhat traumatized and not dealing with things. So that's why he provides us aphorism 341, not as a counterexample. It's oftentimes it is read as a counterexample, or it's read as a thing in itself, as Nietzsche is providing his own type of parable, his own type of version of events. And I would reject that idea the same way I reject the parable of the cave as being set in stone. So I see both, but especially Nietzsche's aphorism 341 as being a thought experiment that is trying to expose or illuminate the problems with the new human being that is imagined in the parable of the cave. Okay, so that is, in a general way, a way to contextualize what you're going to get into with 341.